pleasant day, everyone. Today I am going to read and present the literary analysis that I have made in the poem On the Subway by Sharon Olds using the Russian Formalist Criticism. My name is Moana Marie Desilio, a BSED English 3 student. Now, On the Subway is a poem that is written by Sharon Olds. The theme of this poem talks about the recurring issue of racial discrimination or racism between the black and the white people. It depicts the vexatious circumstances on how the color or the complexion of the skin affects the judgment of others towards the worth and dignity of an individual. Now, in the poem, the white people are deemed to be superior and more privileged compared to the colored people who have gained the identity of being slaves, criminals, and inferior. Aside from that, the poem also establishes a significant realization. At first, the persona strongly emphasizes the difference that she have with a black boy. However, later in the poem, the persona realizes that despite their differences, they are still inherently the same. Now, in terms of the point of view, the poem is written in the first-person point of view. It is visibly written from the perspective of an upper-class white woman who finds herself on the subway. The persona began to share her thoughts during an excursion on the subway. She laid a remarkable suggestion on how different they are in terms of their attributes and experiences. Later on, she also explains the connection and similarities that they intrinsically share. In my perspective, the poem is composed of three important sections. The first section, the lines 1 to 13, showcases the persona's exposition regarding the boy or the black individual. In the second section, lines 14 to 20, the persona begins to develop and understand the apparent disparities towards their varying experiences. And in the third section, the lines 21 to 34, the persona has fully understood that despite the difference in their skin complexion and race, they are still sharing a significant similarities as human beings. In the poem, the persona uses different figurative language and imagery, which helps her reveal her thoughts about the black boy. In the first line, the persona describes the setting where she and the black boy are facing each other in the subway. She looks intently at the boy and describes him. In the third and second lines, the persona said that the boy has huge feet in black sneakers laced with white complex patterns like a set of intentional scars. This means that the boy's black feet are covered with the scars caused by the slavery and intentional discrimination of the white people against the blacks. The persona described the white complex patterns as intentional scars. The scars allude to the effects of the recurring discrimination and slavery that the black people are suffering, while the adjective intentionally denotes the deliberate harm and mistreatment that the white society commits against the black ones. Now, in the line that says, "We are stuck on opposite sides of the car," this pictures the symbolic reflection of the harsh reality between the black and the white society. Although the white woman or the persona and the black boy share the same journey, the same place, the same roof, and the same life, yet they are still far from being similar to each other because of the racial barrier that the society has placed between them. In the lines, "He is wearing red, like the inside of the body exposed. I am wearing dark fur, the whole skin of an animal taken and used." These lines depicts the harsh reality that black people experience. The line, "He is wearing red, like the inside of the body exposed," features a simile. In this line, the red coloring of the boy's hoodie or the clothing reflects the vulnerability of the black people. The skin serves as a vital part that protects the inside of the body from harm. However, because of the constant and inhuman mistreatment that the black people experience from the whites, they are always susceptible to pain and suffering. The line, "I am wearing dark fur and the whole skin of an animal taken and used," expose the harsh reality of the power and superiority of the white people. The dark fur symbolizes the suffering and the lives of black people. Their lives, safety, and freedom represent the whole skin that is subjected to the most vulnerable state because of the atrocious slavery, racism, and maltreatment by the white society. They are referred to as animals which are cruelly treated, and their freedom and rights are forcibly taken and used by the oppressors. Now, in addition, the lines, "the way I am living of his life, eating the steak he does not eat, as if I am taking the food from his mouth," this shows simile. The persona contemplates how their lives are different. Attention arises in the persona's mind. She understands that the color of her skin makes her life easier and is more profitable compared to the boy who has a black complexion. So she lives a more comfortable life because she is white. However, she also develops an understanding of the effects of the skin and racial discrimination in the life of the young boy. In the remaining lines of the poem, the persona is trying to connect the interrelatedness of the white and the black society. In the line, "He absorbs the murderous beams of the nation's heads, as black cotton absorbs the heat of the sun and holds it." This depicts the metaphorical event in the recurring racism that the boy has absorbed or engraved in the social or the racial identity of the boy as a black person. Now, the black cotton refers to the boy and the black people who have been exploited and enslaved by the white people for years. The persona established a simile where she compared the boy to a black cotton who represents or tries to find its way to see the light and gain freedom. The heat of the sun symbolizes the passion and hope for freedom. In the remaining lines of the poem, the persona has also established the interrelatedness of the black and white people, like I said earlier. Her complexion does not guarantee her superiority and power. In the line, "This life he could take so easily and break across his knee like a stick the way his own back is being broken," it depicts that either black or white people can cause harm to one another. Black people can end the life of the white people, similar to what the white people did to the black ones. Both races can inflict repression and aggression. Thus, they are connected through their pain and unpleasant experiences. So that is their shared inherent similarity. In general, the poem illustrates the racking reality of racism or racial discrimination in the poem. It depicts how life differs in the lenses of black and white peoples. So as what you can see in the lines. However, when one understands that both races are related to each other, like the persona who develops a very significant understanding, he or she can recalibrate his or her thoughts about this societal concern. Now that's all. Thank you and have an amazing day.